Hi everyone. Um, I decided to make this a voice only again. I don't know, video recording is so stressful and I feel less free doing that. So I'm gonna do it this way. So what have I been watching in the last week? We'll start with Perfect Crown. I'm currently at episode 7. I'm at episode 7 I believe, or episode 8. So we'll start with the Dowager Queen. Like I said before, I am really enjoying the actress's performance. She is so good in this role. And that is why I love to hate her. Because she plays the role so well, hating her just comes easy. And it feels earned, right? So in the last few episodes, the proposal scene happened, which congratulations to them. But the Dowager Queen's face at that proposal scene was just, it was delicious to see. And her trying to signal her son to not approve the marriage and him going ahead to do it anyway, just to make his uncle happy, goes to tell you that if she played her cards right, this child would be putty in her hand. It is a child. They are so bloody easy to control. But because she decides to go about it the hard way, she's not very kind. She doesn't really listen to him. She pushes him past his boundaries. Like, if she strategized better, her son would be in the palm of her hands, literally. And then the prime minister too, in the proposal scene, I couldn't, I swear to God, I could not care less about this guy. From the moment he started doing these sneaky little moves in order to derail the relationship between Hiju and the crown prince, I strongly dislike him, because he had all the time in the world to do whatever he wanted. He had all the bloody time. So I don't understand why it's now at this moment he has gotten the urge, not even the urge, he has gotten this his determination has been, set ablaze. Wait, not set ablaze. Turned up? Yeah, turned up to the max. And this only came about because he feels threatened. I think the whole time he must have been thinking that Hiju would be safely kept away from him until he, I don't know, found the time. But now that things aren't going his way, he suddenly decided that he needs to, ramp things up. Fuck him. And then the romance between Hiju and the crown prince is progressing quite nicely. I loved the kissing scene on the boat. When it started out with that kind of like fall where they collapsed into each other, I was just praying. I said, don't. I swear, if this fall leads to a kiss, I will shoot somebody. Those scenes are not romantic at all. Someone sleeping and then that leading to two lips getting bumped together. There is no way I can find that romantic. So I thank the Lord they did not do that. Because it should be pretty easy, a kissing. You want to kiss me, I want to kiss you, and so we kiss. I mean, it should be pretty easy. But guessing from the preview of the next episode, I think we're starting to enter hot water territory. And I pray the writers remember all this time Hiju especially has been such a smart character. I hope they don't just throw that all away just because they want to create drama. Because this is what they usually do. They will build up the character to be something, and then they'll bring up some stupid fucking misunderstanding to ruin everything. I hope that doesn't happen. Alright, moving on to Yumi Cells, which I started and completed within the span of this week. Honestly, when I started it, I was kind of lukewarm towards it, and I was just thinking, why is this not hitting? With season 1, Ung's story, by the time we got to the hospital scene, I was already on board. I was already on board with the couple. With Yubabi, it didn't take long for me to be rooting for the relationship. So I was kind of like, why am I so hesitant towards this relationship? It's not going anywhere. But by the time we got to episode 5-ish, then I started to settle in and started to enjoy the interactions between the two. So why when I started to enjoy it, did it now have like 3 episodes to finish? I don't know what happened this season. It felt very rushed. The initial getting to know each other and not really feeling each other arc, and then just jumping straight to I really like you. I felt like they could have done more. Like they could have really explored them falling for each other a bit more, and then after falling each other to also explore their relationships. I don't know, the last 3 episodes just felt really rushed. I wish we had like 1 or 2 episodes more to really delve deep into this particular relationship, considering he's like the end game. I really wanted to spend more time with the character. Sunok has this charm to him. I would say it's a bit subdued, but by the time we start to really get into his character, the way he interacts with Yumi, by the time they start their relationship, it's so adorable. So writer Nim, why would you do this to me? Why would you not give me more of that? Why? Also his attitude, his behavior towards Yumi is such a direct contrast to the very things that ruined the relationship with Ung and the relationship with Yubabi. He's like his loyalty, his devotion, him putting her first. When you look at that in comparison with the very things that caused the end of Yumi and Ung's relationship and Yumi and Babi's relationship, you can really see why he is the one who is the endgame guy. So that was nice. His earnestness is so adorable. Why couldn't we have more? Why couldn't we have more of that? Like the scene where he tells the chief editor that he and Yumi are in a relationship is, oh, I love that scene. I replay that scene so many times. It is it's the cutest scene. Anyway, well, the biggest takeaway from Yumi Cells season 3 is introverts are freaky freaks, dudes. Introverts are freaky as hell. Like, outwardly, we may look calm, but in our minds, in our wild imaginations, a lot of crazy shit is happening. And this drama just perfectly encapsulates that. I have also started Filing for Love, the drama starring Shin Hye-sun and Kong Myung. I believe his name is Kong Myung. And oh, Shin Hye-sun, my queen. I swear to God, that woman can do no wrong when it comes to acting. She is so good. At the point where I'm at, that's episode 4. There's so much to explore, and I am excited to see where things go. First, the thing I'm most curious about is the relationship between Shin Hye-sun's character and Kim Jae-wook's character. That's the vice chairman, right? There's something there, especially with the scene after she comes to report regarding the James character, right? What discussion happened between those two where her shirt ends up like with some buttons missing, and I guess something was smashed. I'm just wondering what is going on there. Are they like exes, or I don't know. But if they are exes, please do not make this a fucking love triangle. I feel like I've been repeating this with a lot of the things I'm watching. I fucking hate love triangles in K-dramas because they are the most boring, pointless, repetitive things ever, and it just seems like they serve to grind my nerves, because the the second character, right, whether it be male or female, is never there to really advance the plot or do anything. They're usually just there to be persistent and fucking annoying. And the fact that whoever they're pining over is completely uninterested in them just makes it worse. It's just annoying and fucking creepy at times to watch. So I don't like their love triangles. It's never a kind of oh, maybe the female lead, there are two guys and both of them have certain characteristics, and maybe we're trying to figure out, who she best fits with, or maybe there'll be some kind of character growth brought about by these two characters or something like that. Or maybe in the end she discovers that, maybe she wants to be alone instead of being with, just something interesting. But it's never about that. It's just about the second person just being annoying and persistent, and then they cause misunderstandings that are stupid. I fucking hate K-drama love triangles. I hate them from the very, very bottom of my heart. So I hope that doesn't happen here. Same thing with the secretary character. As of now, I'm kind of wary about her because, okay, fine, your boss is in an unhappy marriage, but he's still married either way, whether it be happy or unhappy. So I don't know why she keeps on making moves on him, right? So if those two are going to be like the second couple, they should find a way to get rid of his married state, okay? And then we can see whatever the fuck's gonna happen, right? And then with the brother character that has come in to shake things up at the company, as of this point, I'm not particularly supportive to either of the brothers. I don't know. We don't really know that much about them yet. So we'll see what happens with that. And then finally with our male and female lead, we're currently at that point where I'm guessing that we're going to be having this sort of push and pull between the two characters. We have kind of established that both, if we're to look at similarities they both have, I think they're both very principled people, which is a good thing. But also those strong principles that they have might be one of the obstacles standing in between them getting together, especially on Shin Hye-sun's character's side. I feel like she's not going to easily jump into a relationship, especially if we're speculating that she had been with a relationship with the vice chairman previously before he got married. I don't think she's going to be in a rush to jump into another work relationship, but we'll see how that goes. I also hope, I pray that the secretary character who's living with what's his name? Nokijun? Yeah, his name is Nokijun, the male lead, right? I hope her staying with him isn't something that's going to cause a misunderstanding between the male and female lead. I can already start seeing the seeds of things that will become stupid misunderstandings, and I hope that doesn't happen. Also, the thing with him following her because of the supposed affair, Lord, please just tell her so that we get that stupid misunderstanding out of the way already. There are other things in this story I would like them to explore besides stupid misunderstandings. And isn't it such a relief to see two grown-up characters who are attracted to each other and therefore kiss each other? I don't know. It's probably me just getting older, but the slam against the wall kisses, the cage you in a position where the female lead looks like she's about to throw up or run away or do both, they just don't work for me anymore. They creep me out. I'm just like, why would you do that? Why not just make two of them, go for it together? I mean, it doesn't have to be like wild or anything. It could be gentle and sweet, but just have like both of them participate in the kissing interaction. Why does it have to be like the male lead has to like overpower, like there has to be this sort of dominance thing? Anyway, if the scriptwriters followed all my suggestions, I might as well be the scriptwriter. So that's not gonna work out. Anyway, another thing I've watched is Shining for You, which honestly is so good. It's more on the slice of life side, which is right up my alley, but I don't know how many people are going to love it. It is so good. It's just two people who like each other, and we explore their relationship across the years, from when they first met in high school to like 10 years later when they meet again. And it is so beautifully done. One thing I cannot sing enough praises about for this drama is how the two characters communicate. Like, the communication is so good. They talk to each other. They ask each other questions. Like, not just what is wrong, and then the other person says I'm fine, and they leave it at that. Like, they probe. They want to know, and so they will ask. Even the very uncomfortable questions where you think that, oh, maybe they won't want to touch on this particular topic. No, they really go for it. They ask each other questions. They demand explanations. It was so vindicating to see these two. It was so mature, which is why I don't understand why in the last two episodes it's like all the stupid misunderstanding, miscommunication things we had avoided up until then, they decided to just dump it in the last two episodes. I was just constantly sighing, why? Same thing with the second female lead. They had made her such an enjoyable character up until the last two episodes. It was like I was thinking, because of how she's written and portrayed, I wouldn't actually mind the male lead ending up with her. But it was something that was a possibility because of the way they had written her into the story. But then in the last two episodes, I guess they just decided, fuck that. Shit made fun. Let's just turn the drama up to 100. But overall, regardless of how things went, it's a very good drama. It was really enjoyable and romantic and sweet and emotional. Very nice, honestly. And the last thing I will talk about is I have started watching The Fall of the House of Usher. So I think this is like my third or fourth Mike Flanagan show. Already the bar is high, so I'm excited to see where this one takes us. I've only seen the first episode and I am already very curious. Like, what is happening with the Usher family? Why are they all dead? What happened to their mother? Why did she die and then come back? So there are a lot of questions swirling, and based on what I've seen of previous Mike Flanagan shows, I know this is going to be a banger. So all I have to do is just sit tight and enjoy. I will give the feedback next week. Today is the 10th of May 2026. Bye.